So you guys asked for footage of Eden during the Halo 5 beta, as well as the energy sword, because from day one of Halo 5, I've always kind of blabbered about how much better Eden looked during the Halo 5 beta, and same with the energy sword, so here you guys go. Enjoy the footage, and in this video I want to talk about Halo 5 and the things that it did wrong by releasing with so little playlists. Now, when Halo 5 first released, there was a shocking lack of playlists, and I mean shocking, because Halo 5 is traditionally known as a game series with many options for players, you know. In terms of your customization, it's always been very limited to your armor. You know, it's very cosmetic. It wasn't until Halo 4 when they introduced loadouts, and, well, you know, we don't want loadouts in a Halo game, so Halo is known for really giving players the tools to just enjoy the multiplayer how they want. There is a huge list of playlists available, and on top of that, there are different categories of playlists that you can choose from. You can look for social playlists, you can look for competitive and ranked playlists. Halo always gave players the option, and when Halo 5 released, all those options were gone. It was really kind of limited to competitive playlists, and then you've got Warzone. And sadly, while Halo 5 may have had good intentions by doing this, all it did was really hurt Halo 5's chances of success. Now, why did they release with so little playlists? Well, we'll never really know the true answer, but a lot of people theorize that it's one of two things. Number one is possibly because of the Master Chief Collection disaster, how the multiplayer handled on that. 343 wanted to kind of pull back the amount of playlists so that they could stress test the servers, you know, in the future of the franchise, how the franchise will kind of work, because the Master Chief Collection was definitely a disaster on that front. But the more likely scenario is that Halo 4 died a very fast death. Playlists became completely deserted in a matter of months. Some of my favorite playlists in Halo 4, you know, as little as I liked the game, there were certain playlists that I really enjoyed, and it's impossible to play them now. Literally impossible, because the playlists are completely deserted and devoid of all players. So 343, what they wanted to do with Halo 5 is they wanted to limit the amount of playlists so that they could kind of herd players into the limited amount of playlists there are, so that, you know, there was less chance of playlists becoming completely deserted. But sadly, because of that, they chose to get rid of certain classic playlists. I think of Social Slayer, Oddball, Griffball, Infection. Now, obviously, some of those are being added in, but things like Social Slayer and Assault have been turned into these weak events. You know, maybe this is like a compromise for 343, you know, they suspect that these playlists will become empty relatively fast, and so they're like, oh well, we'll turn these playlists into events. If we turn them into events, it'll attract new players who maybe wouldn't have tried this playlist before, because they see on the main menu, oh man, there's like a limited, you know, Assault playlist, holy crap, I'm gonna have to try this out, this is a cool event going on, similar to Destiny's events. And you know, as much as it is working, it's hurting the rest of the Halo community, because overall, Halo 5 is losing players. You know, people are dropping off of the game. Now, I'm sticking with the game because, number one, I think the multiplayer is fantastic. You know, the traditional 4v4 Slayer is brilliant, and really, that's all I need in a Halo game. You know, I've always been a very competitive person when it comes to Halo. I like playing competitively, so the 4v4 Slayer playlist is my favorite playlist just because of how competitive it is. But I can understand why people are just saying, you know, screw this, I'm going back to the Master Chief Collection or Reach, because there are some people who want to play Social Slayer, there are some people who want to play Griffball, there are some people who want to play Oddball, and they can't because they're not options. Obviously Griffball is now, but at launch they weren't options. And one of the things that I think 343 needs to realize is limiting the amount of playlists isn't what's going to bring back, like, players. It's not what's going to keep your player population healthy. The reason Halo 4 failed was because it was a bad Halo game, not because people just got bored of the game because it's Halo. What 343 needs to do is they need to trust players with options more. They need to give us more and more options. They need to stop limiting how we can enjoy the Halo experience. For Halo 6, I'm hoping that they won't limit the armor customization like they've done. What they need to do with Halo 6 is they need to give us our different subcategories. You know, do you want to look for social specific playlists, or do you want to look for competitive specific playlists? They need to give us back our armor customization that we love so much. They need to give us back the ability to play with elites. Give us even campaign matchmaking. Yeah, that's probably a playlist that's not going to be healthy for very long. Obviously, it's going to have a surge in the beginning, but you know what? The option is there, and for us gamers, you know, we're going to know that, yeah, campaign playlist isn't going to be as healthy. That's a given, but the important thing is that the option is still there. The key to having a healthy player population is not limiting it, it's giving us a good game and giving us a good game with lots to choose from. And Halo 5 is a good game, but it forgot the other important element. Give us lots of things to choose from. Halo 5, sadly, is so afraid of losing its population like Halo 4 that it's limiting what we can do because it doesn't want us to go. And ironically, by limiting what we can do and what we can choose from, that's what's causing us to leave. So guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys want for Halo 6? Do you agree with me that 343 needs to trust us, that if they deliver us a solid Halo game, we're gonna stick around, we're gonna play all the playlists, we're not gonna ditch like we did with Halo 4? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. And before I go, I wanted to announce something that I'm going to start doing. Every Friday, if you guys can send me your clips via Xbox message, we're going to have kind of like a subscriber clips of the week montage every Friday. And I'm going to kind of organize all of your best clips and put them to some badass Halo music. And I'm going to upload it every Friday. So enjoy the clip of the day, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video.